everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to sit down and have a chat with you guys about something that crossed my mind recently. I was listening to the Hamilcast podcast, the Hamilton podcast, and this subject came up, so I thought, hey, I'm gonna make a video about that. So as we're coming into the summer season and a lot more people are going to be able to go to the theatre and have more free time, I think, to go to the theatre, stage drawing I think becomes a lot busier. So when I say stage drawing, obviously I mean the act of going to the stage door either before or after shows or in between shows to try and meet performers. I think mainly because it's the summer holidays for Americans, June to end of July, August time, and then British people are like July and August. Theatre definitely gets a lot busier during this time period, so I thought I would just go over a few things that I would consider to be like stage door etiquette, essentially. The first thing I would suggest you do if you have time before you're going to the show is just like do a loop around the theatre just so you know exactly where the stage door is, so you're not getting flustered after the show thinking, oh my goodness, where even is the stage door? Where am I going? Like, if you have time to just have a check before the show, you should do that, just so you know your bearings, you know where you're going, and yeah, it just makes things a little bit easier. Another thing in terms of being prepared is bring a Sharpie with you, or bring a pen that you know works and will show up easily on the programs. This is why I say a Sharpie, because I think it's probably one of the easiest things to use for people to sign. You can get really fun ones, like they don't have to be black, like I've seen really cool gold and silver ones and loads of different colours. So yeah, make sure you have that, because there's no guarantee that the performers will have them or if someone around you will have one, so it's just easier if you've got one. If you want to get things signed at the stage door, I would recommend you have them ready as soon as you get there, because it's just such a stress when you're having to like fumble through things or your bag or through the pages to find exactly where you want them to sign. So even better, if you know you want this person to sign it and they're on this page, open it up and have even just like hold it with your like thumb in there, you know what I mean, so you know where the page is, and then yeah, you can spend more time talking to the person rather than faffing around trying to find the thing that you want them to sign. Something that I've seen too often at stage doors, and I've been one of these people, not in front of the performers but around that area, try not to cry. I know it can be really exciting if you've just seen someone on stage and they've been phenomenal and you are in total awe of them, but trust me, you'll have a much better experience if you try and take some deep breaths and stay chill rather than cry in their face, because you'll actually get to have a little chat with them and you won't be thinking of that memory forever as, oh, that time I cried and like lost my mind in front of so and so. Whenever you're at the stage door, I think it's best to just be aware of the entire situation, and I know that sounds weird, I'm going to try and explain it as best I can, but sometimes the stage doors can be really busy, and if you are waiting for like a principal cast member, obviously the chances are that a lot of people are going to be waiting for that person. Therefore, if it's a really long line and you are taking up, say, 10 minutes of their time, then everyone down the line might be expecting the same thing from that person, and you've got to remember that they have just finished their day at work. They are probably exhausted from doing the show, and they don't have to stay and sign at the stage door. So just try and be really courteous and not take up too much of their time. They will really appreciate that, and I think you can tell when a person is happy to stay and chat, or if they want to just go down the line and obviously get home, because they have lives and they want to get back to them. So just be aware of how the vibe feels and if you think they are actually happy to stay and chat for a while, because yeah, otherwise it kind of sucks a little bit. Another thing I think you should be aware of is when you're waiting for whoever you are waiting for, obviously a lot of other people are going to be using the stage door, they'll be coming out of it because it is their way out of work, and please try and not like pull a disappointed face when someone that you don't care for, I say that very loosely, but is coming out the stage door, because you've got to remember that basically everyone that's walking out of that stage door is somehow involved in the not the creation, but like they're involved in putting on the show that you have just seen. I remember when I used to work as an usher, I obviously left the theatre via the stage door, and you'd get people that would be like, because they saw that you weren't the person they were waiting for. And for me as an usher, I was like, that's fine, whatever. But just imagine if it's an ensemble member, if it's a swing, a dance captain, a musician, or someone in lighting, and all the backstage roles that are the reason the show goes on, because everyone is a part of it. And that must really suck for them, just to be like, oh, well, fine, like, whatever. It's just rude, and it's not hard to smile at people, and it's always nice to smile at people. So yeah. The last thing that I wanted to cover anyway was, please don't be a creeper. I'm sure that most of the people watching this video wouldn't do this, but I have heard reports of performers being followed from the theatre either to their actual homes or to their hotel rooms. This is, for example, when people are on touring productions. Most of the time they have hotels that are near the theatre, so people that have been followed back to their hotels, and it's just not cool, and it gives other fans a really bad name, and it obviously makes the performer very uncomfortable. And you've just got to think, if you decide that you want to follow someone, and then, for example, they put something on social media about it or whatever, like, you are that person, and then they might feel really uncomfortable to go to the stage door and actually stay with fans and sign stuff and take photos and be nice, because they think, oh, but if I leave by the stage door, people are going to follow me. That's just not cool. Just don't do it. Sorry to end it on a bit of a sad note there, but I think I've covered everything that I want to say about the stage door experience. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will be happy to try and answer them in the comments. If you've enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up, and if you fancy sharing it on social media, I would really appreciate that. I think it would help quite a lot of people that are like new to the whole stage door thing. So yeah, if you fancy sharing it, I would really like that. Do subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and you'd like to see more of me in the future, because I would also really appreciate that. And I hope you're all doing really well. I will see you very soon. Bye!